Thanks for joining us on the weekend edition of National Focus. I'm Kerdisha St. Louis. Coming up, the UK market gears up for Dominican exports as farmers receive plantlets for planting, 2 more schools host graduation ceremonies, and Madonna Auguste wins the 2015 DBS National Reading Competition. Details of our headline stories and more after this.
It is time to break the silence. Child abuse is one secret you should not keep. For more information on child abuse or to report suspected cases on child abuse, contact the Social Welfare Division on 33 Great Marlborough Street or call 266-3020 or 266-3080.
Wash your hands. I am Adora Luce, health educator from the Ministry of Health. Proper hand washing protects against the spread of many common illnesses and germs. Wash your hands often with soap and water, or you may use a hand sanitizer. Remember, clean hands save lives. Protect yourself.
A message from the Health Promotion of the Ministry of Health.
Thanks for staying with us. The banana subsector is gearing up to provide bananas for the export market. Some 20,000 banana plantlets brought in from France are now ready to be transferred to the farms. On Friday, selected farmers in Casabrousse got their batches of approximately 700 plants to be planted on 1 acre of land that has already been purchased. The farmers say that the mature crop can be ready in 7 months. It has taken 3 months for the plants to get to this stage. They arrived in April as tissue cultures and were transported to the agricultural station in Portsmouth, where they spent 6 weeks in the weaning process. They were then moved to another facility for the hardening process. Team leader for the East Agricultural Region, Marcus Phillip, is positive that the farmers are well prepared.
Banana production in the district is nothing new to the farmers, However, one of the biggest challenges would be the black sugar-toker disease, where the farmers would have to ensure that the nutrition, all the agricultural practices are observed, and also that the other support from the ministry, in terms of spraying and the support under the BAM would be applied.
The Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Johnson Drago, says all is in place to get Dominican bananas back on the European market.
Over the next week or so, we will be distributing the plants to all of the farmers. The farmers have gone through their training. The ministry has ensured that all the required fertilizer chemicals are on island. The ministry is teaming up with the Black Sugar Unit, Fair Trade, Windfresh, in supervising the process, because as we have said that our commitment is to get back on the European market. So the farmers will be getting all of the support they need with this first set of 20,000 plants. An additional few farmers have been co-opted since the company gave us an additional 4,000 plants in anticipation of losses. Because of the facility given to us, smart greenhouse facility by the Chinese, we were able to, 95% of the plants survived. So we have an additional just over 4,000 plants to give out to farmers.
The farmers are enthusiastic about the move and are confident that their plants will do well.
We'll be back in production because you know what the problems that we have had for the past months, almost a year, 2 years, with the black sugar-toker. So these plants, I saw their resistance. And not just that, when you plant them, you'll be able to take care of them because they are new and they are fresh plants. So that can bring you back into production. I've been a hard worker all the time because I had 5 acres of bananas, so I'm not just a new person coming into bananas. But the thing is, right now, I can't really work the way that I used to work before because I'm doing a lot of other things. So I'm very busy, but I have workers that I can use them, that they can now come in and do the work. and do the work.
In more news, the Pierre Charles Foundation is continuing to make its contribution in education. On Thursday, President of the Foundation, Honorable Justina Charles, awarded Abigail Moranci with a scholarship to attend secondary school. She will attend the Pierre Charles Secondary School in September.
She did not get a bursary, but her scores were high enough that warrant that she gets that assistance. And we know she has the potential. We know she can do very well. And we know that they really required a little help, so we identified Abigail as the person who will receive the scholarship. In this respect, what we have done, we will be almost doing the same thing like the government scholarship, which is $500 a year. But what we have done is we purchased all the books, and all the books came up to about $848.22. So this morning we will be giving her all the books that she requires for first form. And all we are asking of them is for her to take her schoolwork seriously.
Launched in January 2015, the foundation marked the 11th anniversary of the death of former Prime Minister Pierre Charles and was the brainchild of his daughter, Faiza Charles. The foundation seeks to facilitate the youth in 3 key areas.
When we started the foundation, the areas of focus for the foundation is education, sports, and basically civic education and so for that reason we will be working with the Cadet Corps, because we know the Cadet Corps is primarily responsible for discipline, civic education, and trying to bring up children into holistic, popular and good individuals.
The foundation will take a holistic approach to the education of Miss Antoine.
We want, when we spend at the end of her 5 years, the Pierre Charles Foundation can be proud of her achievement. She, her mother, and all of us can be proud of her achievement. So we will be looking at the report card at the end of every quarter. So if we see she requires any remedial work or anything to do to help boost her performance, we will also be working with her. We will engage her during the summer in something that will assist her preparing, some orientation that will prepare her for secondary school.
The foundation also made a presentation to the Sword Preschool in Grand Bay, which it adopted at its launching. You're watching National Focus. Still to come, Madada Auguste wins a national reading competition. Stay with us.
Think water. Think life. Water refreshes, restores, cleans, and enhances growth. Potable water is a benchmark for development. DOWASCO is serious about its mandate to ensure easy access to potable water island-wide and provide sewage services for a cleaner environment. DOWASCO is your water and sewage company.
Welcome back. Madada Auguste of the Will Strathmore Stevens Primary is the winner of this year's national reading competition. Auguste emerged winner from among a group of 10 finalists as they faced off for first spot in the DBS national reading competition on Thursday.
There was once a young girl who had a special talent for finding the very best foods in the bush. Her oranges, plums, and bananas were a little sweeter, larger, and had just a little more flavor. Everyone wondered where she located such delicious fruits, but nobody ever asked the girl. That is, nobody asked her after they heard the story about Spider and this young girl.
The second spot was taken by Naomi Francis of the Petite Savannah Primary School, who fell short by only 1 point.
A monkey lived in a great fig tree on the river bank. That monkey's heart must taste so sweet from all the fruit he eats. The crocodile thought to herself, "I want to eat it." She turned to her husband and said, "See the big monkey in that tree? Bring me his heart. I want to eat it."
Makeda Cornelius of the Roosevelt Douglas Primary School took the third spot. Edicia Stanford of the Sadeway Primary School came in fourth, and Adriana Kuz-Latig of the Convent Preparatory School came in fifth place. Our only limits to the realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. This was the theme under which 59 young men and women of the Goodwill Secondary School received their high school diplomas on the 1st of July, initiating a start of a new journey.
It may seem unclear to you how your level of education directly impacts the pace, scale, and scope of development which takes place in our country. But recall that human resource development is the cornerstone of sustainable development, and as such, every citizen should aspire to educate themselves, qualify themselves, and empower themselves to create their livelihood. Only then can we see a dynamic process of development take place in this country.
The senator remarked to the young men and women that the theme of the graduation was fitting, as it is true that your only limitations are the ones you place on yourself.
Embracing our theme and stepping up to the level of tertiary education, I am sure it must be exciting for you as you go through the process of selecting your major and preparing for your career at the state college or further afield. It is quite important, for although we are celebrating a major success this morning, it is setting the stage for you to take on another challenge, one that I have no doubt that you will continue to excel at. It is a golden opportunity, and because it is a golden opportunity, you should seize it, because opportunities lost cannot be regained.
Honorable Education Minister Peter Seja urged the students to remember what they learned over the past 5 years, as it will equip them for the journey ahead.
As you leave the secure walls of the Goodwill Secondary School, please be advised that you will be faced with a world in which you will be confronted by many challenges. Albeit, I believe that the diet that you have been given at Goodwill Secondary has prepared you to face these challenges in recognition of the fact that every one of you can make a significant contribution to the development of our beloved country.
Valedictorian Kimani believes that hard work can get you wherever you want to be in life.
We all need to set goals in life. Don't be afraid to dream big. Whatever you set your mind to do, know that with hard work, persistence, and dedication, you can achieve it. Because the harder the reward, the harder the task, the sweeter the reward. Swami Sivananda said, and I quote, "Put your heart, mind, and soul into even your smallest acts. This is the secret of success."
On July 2nd, 30 young women of the St. Martin's Secondary School graduated under the theme, "Going Beyond the Obstacles of Life." In her report, Principal Andrea Christian said that it is important to note that several 4th and 5th formers have been given the opportunity to have job attachments at various businesses this summer.
Along with their personal studies, teachers still made time to coordinate various clubs and groups so that school life could be interesting for our students. Mrs. Coffee Johnson and Miss Alfred worked with the Junior Achievers Economics for Success program to give 3rd and 4th form students a practical look at preparation for work and business, with preparation of portfolios, business plans, attendance at symposiums. Based on their portfolios and interests, 5 students will be getting 2 to 3 week attachments with local businesses this summer.
Featured speaker Dr. Skylar Esprit remarked that one of the notable characteristics of the St. Martin's Secondary is the holistic education that their students benefit from.
Today, by your presence here, St. Martin's Secondary School proves again to be the perfect balance of its academic profile in traditional forms of learning and the elements of what I call a progressive holistic education. St. Martin's School, the institution, makes the institution a leader in producing women leaders for Dominica's future and the benefit of the world. Today you are at a great advantage to conquer the world as you face it, because you have been trained by some of the most equipped leaders in education and youth development. They are my teachers and my peers, and I am proud of them for the work they continue to do.
Dr. Esprit advised the graduates to take every obstacle in stride.
I am not sure of many things, but this is one of them. Soon as you fix one little issue, another thing is going to happen. The world is not going to stop turning because you have decided you're on a mission. Other people all around you are on their missions too. When you find yourself shut out of one opportunity, give yourself time to rethink, replan, and then find a new road.
Chief Education Officer Melina Fontaine urged the graduates to take advantage of the numerous avenues to further their education that have been made available by the Ministry of Education.
What I would like is for you to always remember that whatever course of action you decide for yourself after your graduation, whatever the obstacles that you have to deal with, you need to ensure that you remain an asset for yourself, those in your personal circle, and to society. The Ministry of Education will continue to support you through the many assistance programs which are specifically designed to ensure your continued education. Among these is government's commitment to give you access to scholarship opportunities, both here in Dominica and abroad. Many of these have been granted through the goodwill of friendly governments with which the government of Dominica has fostered positive relationships. Government continues to pursue these relationships to the benefit of all its citizens.
Valedictorian Janelle Fabian wants her fellow graduates to always be leaders, not followers.
We must strive to lead and be good leaders at that. If the opportunity has not as yet presented itself, and we must of necessity remain as a follower, we must then develop other characteristics. We must be unafraid to ask questions of our leaders. Our experience here at St. Martin's School has prepared us to move ahead of the fold and lead.
And that's the news. We now join Kimani Seja for this week's edition of Flashback.
Welcome to this week's edition of Flashback. In the headlines this week, the Ministry of Commerce, Enterprise and Small Business Development held an opening ceremony for a 3-day workshop geared at reshaping the minds of entrepreneurs to grow their businesses. Communities in the Paybush constituency will soon see the commencement of a number of projects thanks to their Honorable Parliamentary Representative Rosalind Paul. $220,000 was made available for several projects in that constituency. In addition, $25,000 was made available to allow the Dubic-Calabishi Road to be completed, as well as lights for the sporting facility and the construction of drains in the area. Also this week, a plumbing program was launched in the Granby constituency. 10 young people will learn the theory of plumbing and subsequently undertake practical work at washroom facilities that will be constructed in Granby. The program is facilitated by the Youth Development Division and funded by the Honorable Minister for Constituency Empowerment and Parliamentary Representative for the Granby constituency, Justina Charles. The Pioneer Preparatory School and the Petit Savant Primary Schools have taken the top 5 spots at the 2015 Grade 6 National Assessment. This year's top performer is 11-year-old Mallet Marie of the Pioneer Preparatory School. And secondary school students from across the island are saying goodbye to their alma maters as they look forward to forging ahead. GIS witnessed a few of these ceremonies, including the Convent High School, the Pierre Charles Secondary School, the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School, and the Goodwill Secondary School. So far, over 300 students have made the first step in their transition to higher learning. These were just some of the headline stories making the news this week. For details of each of these stories and others, visit our website or Facebook page. Let's get back to Kerdisha.
Thank you, Kimani. McPherson St. Luce is next with the Creole highlights.
Did you know the Caribbean Court of Justice is 2 courts in 1? The CCJ has 2 functions: an original jurisdiction, which deals with your right to move between CARICOM countries freely and your right to move your money and your business. This is the basis of the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, CSME, and the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas, and an appellate jurisdiction to hear appeals from courts of those countries which decide to use it as their final court of appeal and no longer go to the Privy Council. All CARICOM member states who have signed the agreement establishing the CCJ are members of the CCJ.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non, moi c'est McPherson Saint-Luce. Premièrement, ministre commerce a établi l'occasion qui est là pour assister mon petite entreprise en Dominique. Parole celle-là sortira du ministère commerce, Honorable Rosalind Paul.
Nous avons fait un pilot project à trois, nous avons commencé à trois communes. Là, nous avons utilisé Community Resource Center, autant différents public facilities pour faire ça, nous avons fait petit business. Chebele meyo, faire meilleur. Nous avons dit ça incubation à business là. So nous avons commencé à trois communes et l'autre financial year là nous avons fait en l'autre trois. Nous aussi nous avons créé ça rural based development centers.
Ministre Paul mentionné un autre aspect.
Nous avons aussi ça nous avons créé small business development center qui est différent. Small business development center qui nous avons mettre bagay en ordre pour moun sa trouver avis si yo besoin avis pour faire bon business. Yo ke nous ka ni data collection, nous ka sa ni access ça yo besoin pour faire plus meilleur business. So c'est mettre bit en place pour moun savent nous ni sans place si nous ni un problème, si nous besoin avis, si nous ni besoin information, nous ka monitor ces moun ça là. OK, even OK ka supporter yo.
En la nouvelle, ministre Constituency Empowerment fait allocation pour faciliter toilettes en Constituency Gouambé par un programme où la jeunesse Constituency Salam a engagé à dans un programme plumbing qui yoka travail. Parole celle-là sortira du ministre Constituency Empowerment et puis même Parlement, Honorable Justina Charles.
Nous avons fait en Gouambé, nous avons fait 7 privés, so nous avons $76,000 pour nous faire ces privés-là. So ça nous avons fait, c'est nous avons quand yo apprendre en dedans, nous avons mené ces jeunes gens là, nous avons fait privé pour yo apprendre, pour yo mettre ces privés yo même, pour yo courir ces pipes là yo même. So yo ça dit yo apprendre en classe là, mais à l'air même les yo sorti et yo te ça apprendre, ça yo apprendre yo te ça mettre en practice. So ça c'est ça nous allons faire avec plumbing et avec toilet programme là ensemble.
En notre nouvelle, le gouvernement Dominique bien concerné, ça fait qu'à concerner santé en pays là. C'est le ministre de Santé, Honorable Dr. Kenneth Darrow, même si c'est une challenge, attention qu'à mettre à souhait.
Il y a des challenges là qui a fait ça pays tout en la terre, ni pays qui a un chemin de développement, ni pays de développement. Mais moi toujours dit mon animal de président Obama avait au que savent comme débat là le débat président Obama tenu avait Obama qui a programmé. Il y a des challenges là tout pays qui a fait ces problèmes challenge avec comment ça sustain cost healthcare. Nous vivons dans l'âge là tout le monde actuellement tout le monde au courant avec toutes affaires médecins patient qui viennent actuellement à l'office docteur avec mot docteur c'est pas loi actuellement because patients avec clients qui viennent à l'office docteur actuellement avec list diagnosis parce que y a une information en les meilleurs le smartphone yo c'est bien ça là so tout le monde qui vient avec yo les plus meilleurs services qui ni like apprêter pour healthcare.
Messieurs mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle en créole pour à présent. Non moi c'est McPherson Saint-Luce. Ni un bon week-end. Au revoir.
Coming up next, how to improve the quality of your life.
Did you know the Caribbean Court of Justice is 2 courts in 1? The CCJ has 2 functions, an original jurisdiction, which deals with your right to move between CARICOM countries freely and your right to move your money and your business. This is the basis of the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, CSME, and the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas, and an appellate jurisdiction to hear appeals from courts of those countries which decide to use it as their final court of appeal and no longer go to the Privy Council. All CARICOM member states who have signed the agreement establishing the CCJ are members of the CCJ. You're watching GIS.
The first step toward improving the quality of your life is to be present. This is the here and now. Stop pondering on the past or worrying about the future for a moment. Tell the voices in your head to be silent and enjoy your ability to create your own experience. If you're washing the dishes, wash the dishes. If you're enjoying nature, enjoy nature. If you're playing with your children, then do just that. It's harder than it sounds, but it's worth practicing every day. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Kerdisha St. Louis. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend.